Hi there, I'm Shar. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are going to talk about the cookie jar manifestation. Now, in my vlogs, I talk a lot about manifesting and the ways I've done it. And I have been asked on several occasions to do videos on how I do manifesting. And so I'm just going to tell a quick story about how this beautiful, it feels really neat. It's like a beehive. This beautiful glass cookie jar has come into my world for me. So a few months ago, I played a manifesting game with a wonderful a law of attraction master Sri Arkansha. If I'm saying it correctly, please forgive me. And so he had a very good breathing meditation going on, and we talked about manifestation. And so he had said, like, set it and forget it. This is how you do it. And if you follow The Secret or LOA or anything like that, that's the techniques, right? You think about it, you feel it, you're right there in the moment. It's already happened. You're talking about it as if it's already in the reality for you. So he had a game, and I love games. I do enjoy them. And he said it was a massive manifestation game, and he said to pick something. And I think this is like back in February, so it was very recent. And I'm like, I want a moose. Somebody had said that their parents had seen a moose on their property like 10 miles out of town, so I'm like, okay, it's doable. I want to manifest a moose. So, long story short, I manifested a moose. So I'll tell the moose manifestation story another time. However, the thing that's inspired me to really get through and make this video now is this glass cookie jar. So that moose video I'll have to wait for another time. The cookie jar happened. So I'm talking to my friend about this, and I'm like, okay, the moose came. Now I need to think of something else that I'd like to manifest into my life. Just something obscure, nothing serious, there's too much serious. So let's play, let's have fun, let's explore this. So, and then it takes me a couple of days to think about what I want, what I'd really like to manifest, because, if you don't really have your heart into it, you don't really mean it. And so I'd made some muffins that day, and I'm like, wow, I'd really like a cookie jar for these muffins. And so I put them in the bag like I normally do, and I'm like, I would like a cookie jar for these muffins. However, I would specifically really appreciate a clear glass cookie jar so that I can see what's in it. And I have had cookie jars, and how do you forget about cookies? If you can't see them, you forget about them. I've had lots of things go moldy in them, and I'm not a huge fan of ceramic cookie jars to use as cookie jars, and I'm sorry for that, but I am. And so I thought, you know what, I'd really like a glass cookie jar to come into my existence. So lo and behold, I forgot about it. Everybody was told to socially isolate, so I let it go out of my mind. I got a little obsessed about it at first. I'm like, okay, I'll go to the store, I'll have a look around, something will pop out at me, it'll be on sale, the price will be right. For sure, I'll have no problem getting a cookie jar. Okay, this is where I was at. So then we're all on social distancing and lockdown in certain areas, and businesses are on hold, and everything kind of happened. So I'm like, oh, you know what? That's cool. I don't need to go and get a cookie jar right now. I'm more than happy with what I have, and once, the universe will allow me to have a cookie jar when it's time for me to have a cookie jar. So literally, it came and went out of my brain because where am I getting it from? I was putting those specifics onto where I was getting it from, and that was kind of blocking me from getting it to come to me. So I had completely just forgotten about it. You know what? No problem. I don't need to worry about this. The universe is going to bring me a cookie jar. I'm going to have cookie jar come to my existence, and it's going to be glass, and I'm going to love it, and it's going to be exactly what I wanted. Because I didn't know what design, I didn't know how big, I didn't know anything about what I wanted other than I wanted a glass cookie jar. So, you let it go. Set it and forget it. The rule of LOA, right? Set it and forget it. So we practice this and we practice this, and this is why we play with little things. Little things. And so it was forgotten. And then my friend phones me up and she's like, hey, Shar. Actually, she texts me. She's like, hey, Shar, I have this glass cookie jar. Would you be interested in it? I'm like, are you kidding me? So she's like, no, and sends me a picture. I'm like, it's exactly what I wanted. I would love to have your grandma's cookie jar. Thank you so much. Why are you getting rid of your grandma's cookie jar? What made you think of me for this cookie jar? So she dropped it off with a box of other goods, like a couple of baking pans and some like homemade scrubbies. And I am so in love with this cookie jar. It is exactly what I wanted. And you know what? I made muffins today to put in it. But this story gets better. So she drops it off. I'm telling her, because I've also read cards for her, right? So we have that little connection. I'm like, okay, so I need to ask you, what made you want to give me a glass cookie jar? She's like, well, I was cleaning the house out and, it was sitting on the counter and we never use it. And she's like, I want to give that cookie jar to Shar. And her husband's like, all right then. So she came and she dropped it off the next day. So being open to the universe allowing things to come at you. When we get rid of blockages in our lives, we allow gifts to come to us. I know many years ago I had a lot of blockages when it came to people just wanting to give me things because there were a lot of strings attached. And I worked really hard to get to where I am today, to be able to accept these gifts with love and gratitude, to be able to be willing to accept wherever it comes from the universe. The universe has my back and it is okay. So I received this cookie jar that day and I am so grateful for this. I'm so excited. That's why it inspired me to do this. Now, to top it off, the lovely lady I work with is also a baker. And so she was out for a walk with the boys and she made some cookies. And so she knocks on my door and she's like, hey, I brought you some cookies. And I'm like, are you seriously kidding me right now? Like, are you freaking kidding me? You're joking, right? And she is one that I talked to about manifestation, and she's recently bought some cards. So it's really, really cool that we have this team building of like things going on with our energies and whatnot. And so I'm like, check this out. I go and I get this cookie jar and I open it up and I start putting the cookies that she brings into it to me. So once I let it set it and forget it, the universe added the cookies to my cookie jar. You know what? I am so excited about this, and this is totally what inspired me to make this video for you. And it's the story of the cookie jar. So thank you, universe, for plopping this right here on my desk. Thank you, friends, for dropping off goods for this. Thank you, universe, for the manifestation and being open to wherever it's coming from, right? Like removing those blockages really lets the flow happen. And so she was really quite inspired to give me this awesome cookie jar. And I'm really quite inspired to make a video for you so that I can explain this cookie jar manifestation, because this was it for me. So now I want to challenge you. I want to play a game with you, my viewers. Our Soul Found Collective here. I want you to think of something, if you are doing this, that you want to manifest into your life. And I want you to put it down in the comments below. So I've manifested my cookie jar. I'm still not sure what I want to manifest next. So I will put it in the comment section down below once I have that figured out for my next step in this game. I call it a game because it's something, I want to manifest something real. I want to manifest something that can happen. I want to manifest something simple. So I'm like, you know what? I could use a glass cookie jar. This can come from a wonderful assortment of areas. It's very realistic. I was open to whatever size it was. I was open to the design. I was open to where it came from. What my request was a see-through glass cookie jar. Please. Thank you. And then also practicing that gratitude, you guys. Practicing the gratefulness, the gratitude that you have as this manifestation has been received in your life. That is a very key point to this also. Being very grateful to the universe, grateful to the people that are providing it for you. And so when wonderful things like this happen, also sharing it. Sharing it so that you can share that wonderful vibration. And, when things all come together, our vibration is raised. So it's an absolute wonderful time for this. So I'm so excited to share this with you. It was a think about it, release it, let the universe guide it right to me and provide me with the glass cookie jar. So you guys, comment down below, please, play the game with me. What would you like to manifest? Make it something obscure but easy. Like I said, my first thing was a moose. That'll be another video. So once I have mine figured out, I will definitely come in and pin mine to the top of the comment section so we can all see it and celebrate with each other when they come to us. All right, you guys, if you would like to see more videos like this, please give it a thumbs up and let me know. Yeah, it's really interesting the way it works, and the things that I can share with you about this are absolutely quite amazing. So yes, thank you very much for joining me. Let me know what your manifestation is going to be in the comment section, and I will put mine down there when I have it. And thank you for the cookie jar and the cookies. The universe has our back. Seriously, it's a wonderful, wonderful thing.